Today we're going to be reviewing the City at War, or Return to New York, or what some people are calling the Jim Lawson TMNT NECA Turtles. The NECA Mirage Ninja Turtles line has been out since 2008 when they released the original 4 Turtles, a 3 Mauser pack, and 2 4-packs of the Ninja Turtles again, but one in black and white. And then in 2009, they created a couple of small Funko type figures, as well as an April O'Neil. The first individual ones were put in a different style box than what they're using today and what you might have seen in the 4-pack from 2008. In 2016, they came out with a 4-pack of foot soldiers. And then 4 years later in 2020, Loot Crate put out a NECA Shredder from the Mirage series. Then in 2022, you have a hard push into the Mirage line, starting out with figures like Casey Jones or Claw Shredder. And that leads us to today in 2023 with the Jim Lawson, or the City at War Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So the name City at War, that comes from a comic book series that started in August of 1992. It's one of the longest series in the Ninja Turtles comics, running at a year and 13 episodes. It covers the time after the Ninja Turtles have defeated the Shredder.
When you, Turtle Men, destroyed the Shredder, you threw the city into chaos.
And there's a faction war going on between the foot soldiers. And we're also introduced to Karai, who leads one of the factions of the Foot.
Not bad.
Thanks?
You might actually be a challenge.
This storyline and the drawings were obviously created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, but the main person who did the penciling for this series was Jim Lawson. And I think that's where we get the name from, is Jim Lawson through the entire run of this series was the one penciling it. And although he didn't create the style of these characters, he definitely took this style through the series, which eventually morphed into more of his look, which was more of a boxy look. And that's where some people have controversy of calling these the Jim Lawson TMNT. Now, if you Google search Jim Lawson NECA TMNT, these pop up. Inside the front cover of this City at War, part 4 of 13, you can see that the story is by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. The script is by Jim Lawson and Peter Laird. And then Jim Lawson again with pencil. Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird came up with the story, came up with the turtles, came up with the design. But then for the City at War series, you've got Peter Laird and Jim Lawson working on the actual script of each story, and then Jim Lawson taking the reins at penciling it. And I think if you take things back to 2008 with the original Mirage NECA Turtles, and the way they look and how the Turtles originally looked compared to how they look in this one, the best way to distinguish between the both is to bring Jim Lawson in, because he was a part of the team at that point. If you just say the NECA Mirage Eastman and Laird version, you have that 2008 version that could get confused with what they're doing now. So it might just be a reference point.
We done talking yet? Is it time to fight?
You are impudent.
I think NECA has done a really good job with these figures. These are some excellent figures in my opinion. Again, going back to that old style comic version where they're all wearing the red bandanas, they've got a grittier look to them, just like in the comics. They're not clean cut like the NECA cartoon series that you see. I also love the way they're doing the weapons. You saw that in the Shredder video I did and the Foot Soldier video I did. The blue tint to the blades, the grittiness of the weapons, I really enjoy that. You also get the extra arm with Raphael with the extra wrap, as well as the hood that comes straight from the comic series. That's a really cool feature to this. Other than that, not too many extra features besides the hands. Unlike the Foot Ninja that we got that came with just about every weapon that NECA's ever made, these just have their standard weapons, although I really do like these weapons, especially the nunchucks. So As far as what you should call this line, whether it's City at War, Return to New York, the Jim Lawson figures, I think all three kind of work depending on who you are to establish which figures you're talking about as we go into the future and have more figures from NECA. That separates them from the original 2008, the 2023, and whatever is coming down the way. But it's good to have figures again of the comic version Ninja Turtles to go along with all the other Mirage comic versions we've gotten from NECA over the last couple of years, and I'm really impressed with them. I wasn't really collecting this line, but after seeing these figures, seeing the Foot Ninja, the Shredder, I might have to go back and get the other ones as well, like the Clone Shredders, the Bone Claw Shredder. They even work well with the Last Ronin figures. So it's cool seeing more from the Mirage comic line and a little less of the cartoon figures for right now. I'm excited about what they bring in the future. And as always, make sure you like this video, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I post another video.